Mike Howard, a long-time cricket writer for over 50 years. Part of that was at the Sydney Morning Herald, where I had the privilege of working alongside Bill O'Reilly. And what a joy it is today, while we're talking about him, to be sitting in the Bill O'Reilly stand at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Tiger Bill O'Reilly was a formidable character and a formidable bowler. At his peak, he was considered to be the finest bowler in the world. Leg spinner with many variations, but bowled at pace. That's where he was so confronting. He was relentless, and that's where he got the tag of Tiger, because of his relentlessness. Bill O'Reilly was born in the far west of New South Wales of Irish stock, of which he was enormously proud. He was very good at athletics as a junior, and he progressed in the cricket world very quickly from underage competition. Bill O'Reilly was on the train in 1925, coming home from Teachers College to Wingello to have the summer break. And the train pulled into the station at Bowral, and suddenly he heard his name being called. He was informed by the station master that he had to open the bowling for Wingello against Bowral the following day. His mother had already sent his gear, and so all was prepared. But what he didn't know, of course, that he would have to confront a young Don Bradman. Well, Bradman made 234, and it caused O'Reilly some discomfort, as you can well understand. But he was at least relieved to know there was going to be a second week of the match. But as it turned out, with his very first ball, the second week at Wingello, he managed to bowl Bradman around his legs, and suddenly cricket was his preferred sport again. One of the most remarkable things with Bill and his bosey, as it was called in those days, the wrong un as we know it today, was that he learned it from his brother, Jack. On a particular occasion, Arthur Maley, the great leg spinner, came to the North Sydney nets. And Jack O'Reilly took it upon himself to get behind the nets and to study Maley's approach and to the delivery stride, position of the arm and everything else. And he then sat down and wrote about it, sent it to his brother back at home in Wingello. And really, that was how Bill O'Reilly learnt about the particular skills required for the wrong un. There was no tougher series in the history of the game than Bodyline, and O'Reilly was a key part of it. But it was tough for him. It was just his second season in international cricket. Having debuted against South Africa the previous summer, suddenly he's thrown in this ugly, aggressive series. But he prospered. Took 27 wickets at 24, bowled with great skill, and from there, of course, he secured his place in the team, the Australian team, right up until the Second World War. As a critic, Bill O'Reilly was as fiery as he was as a bowler, and enormously entertaining. He would brook no interference. I mean, he was an opinionated man. He backed himself, he backed his judgment. He always said, as a bowler, the most important thing was to have self-confidence, to believe in yourself, and he believed in himself as a critic as well. I mean, he was aggressively opposed to what he called the pyjama game, the infiltration of the limited over game. And of course, he was forever bemoaning the lack of respect for leg spin bowling. Sadly, O'Reilly had a poor conclusion to his life, a lot of ill health over the last 2 or 3 years. He served the game with enormous distinction, not only as a player, but as a critic. And as a mentor, he was much loved. He was a hard man, but a fair man. And it was ironic, particularly inasmuch that he died the year that Shane Warne played his first Test match for Australia.